Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Oksana. It's our regular lecture. Today, we are going to talk about American community colleges and why students should attend them. So you may already know that each US university and college sets its own admission standards, and usually students need to submit separate applications to each US program. That seems like a lot of work, right? So today, our guest, John, from Shasta College, will help us with these steps, and you will be able to ask questions about community colleges and educational programs which are offered by this college. Thank you, John, for joining, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Asana and EducationUSA for organizing these events. And thank you all the students, all parents, all counselor for joining this webinar today. Good evening there. I think it's 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., but it's actually 7 a.m. in the morning in California. So as Asana said, I'm Dr. Zhanjing. I'm the Dean Emeritus at Shasta College. I have been in the California Community College for about 26 years as a professor and as the administrator. So today we will talk about the American Community College system and why you should attend one. So we can get the slide going, Sana. Yeah. Here's the outline of today's presentation. First, I'll give you an introduction about the American Community College. Then we'll talk about some of the characteristics of community college. What are some of the features that the American Community College have? And also we'll talk about the advantage of attending community college, why you should go there, right? And then I'll use our college, Shasta College, as an example. And then at the end, we'll answer your question. Next, please. So American Community College is a distinctive American creation. So what we mean distinctive creation is you don't have this kind of college in other countries. I know in some European countries, also like in China, you have 2 or 3 year college, but they are different. So in the American Community College, it's very easier to transfer to a foreign institution, where in others, it's not that easy. The American Community College, they are an important part of the American Community College. Is an important part of the American higher education system. The first American Community College was created in 1901, so it's about 120 years ago. And then the American Association of Community College, the AACC, was established in 1920. You can see that the American Community College has a pretty long history. Next, please. Currently, about 41% of all U.S. undergraduate students enrolled in community college. So that's a pretty large portion of it. And many accomplished individuals attend community college. So here are a few, like Morgan Freeman, Tom Hanks, Steve Jobs, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and many others. So next, please. So here are a few that you may recognize. So the one at the up left corner there, that's Steve Jobs, right? Steve Jobs, who is the founder of Apple Computer and who attended community college. And the one on the right, upper right, that's George Lucas, who's the creator of Star Wars. If you like Star Wars movie, so George Lucas created the Star Wars movie. He also attended community college. And the one on the lower left, that's Governor Schwarzenegger, right? That's our governor of California back probably like 10 years ago. Now, Governor Schwarzenegger was an international student. He actually was from Austria, and he come here for community college, and he, of course, he's in the initially was in the bodybuilding business, and then eventually become the governor of California. And maybe you can come to our college, come to California, and eventually you'll become our governor too. And of course, the picture on the lower right, so that's Tom Hanks and Morgan Freeman. They are very well known. They are all Oscar-winning actors. So as you can see, a lot of accomplished individuals, they attend community college. So some of the characteristics of community college: they are comprehensive two-year college offering the following programs. So what we mean comprehensive two-year college, the community college, they offer everything, right? They offer math, science, and business, English, humanity, theater, arts, offer everything. That's what we mean comprehensive two-year college. They offer 2+2 transfer program. What that mean is you spend the first 2 years in community college, then you transfer to a four-year institution and to get a bachelor degree. For example, some of our students, they transfer to the University of California, Berkeley, right? They, after the first 2 years, they study at Shasta College. Then after 2 years, they transfer to University of California or Davis. The career technical education. So these are used to call vocational programs, is the aim for students to get a job, right? So you attend a community college, like say for automotive technology for 2 years. Then after you get a degree, and then you can go to work for a car repair shop or set up your own car repair garage. Offer a social degree and a certificate, and some also offer limited 4-year bachelor degree. In about 24 states, about half of the state in the United States, the community college also offer bachelor degree, but those bachelor degree are usually applied degree, like in nursing or like automotive technology in those areas. Community college also offer basic skill and adult education. For some students, like they did not graduate for some reason, they did not graduate from high school, and they can also take classes at community college and to mix up. Next, please. Here are some of the advantages of attending community college. First of all, you have significant financial savings. It's a fraction of the cost to many four-year institutions. So, which I'll show you when I talk about Shasta College, use that as an example. For example, if you attend California Community College, and the tuition is probably like around $8,000, right? But if you attend the University of California, the tuition would be like $45,000, right? Which is 5 or 6 times. The other advantage at community college, you have a small class size. The class size usually probably 30 or 40 students, 25, 30 students, right? So what the advantage of that is you have a chance to interact with other students, with the professor. Well, if you attend a major state university, some of the introductory classes like calculus or like chemistry and some of these physics, and some of these classes can have 200 or 300 students, right? So many of the sections, they are taught by teaching assistant instead of professor. And then you have, it's not as easy as in community college to access to the professor. Also, the faculty, they are dedicated to teaching. So in community college, the faculty do not have to do research. So their sole function is teaching. So they are dedicated to teaching. Now, many professors choose the community college is because they don't have to do research. Easier admission. Admission to community college is easy. Usually, if you're a high school graduate, you don't need to take SAT test, right? Of course, they have to meet the English proficiency requirement. Usually require TOEFL or IELTS or Duolingo or some other language test. You have to meet certain standard for English. Otherwise, it's very easy for admission. In some college, even if you do not meet the English standard, you can still attend you can still be admitted as the provincial student. In that case, you probably have to take English ESL, English as a second language first, and before you're allowed to take college level classes. Flexible schedule, that's another issue. Many community colleges, as mentioned, we have online classes, and there's also have evening classes, and some also community college also offer even weekend classes. So the schedule is very flexible. And of course, finally, another very important advantage here is opportunity to continue education in a 4-year institution for a bachelor degree, including University of California, Berkeley, UCLA, Stanford. Technically, you can also transfer to Stanford or even Ivy League, right? So let's see, if you apply in the first time you apply to UC Berkeley and you do not get in, right? So then you can attend community college first in California for 2 years. If you do well, you can transfer to UC Berkeley. So you can still get a degree, bachelor degree from UC Berkeley. Next, please. So now let's use Shasta College as the example and to talk about the features and advantage of a community college. Now, Shasta College is a typical American community college, although I think I thought we are one of the better ones, right? But it's a typical American community college. So we'll use Shasta College as an example. Next, please. So where is Shasta College? Now, Shasta College is located in Northern California in a city called Redding. The city has about 90,000 people. So it's a small city, which is about 220 miles north of San Francisco, right? It's about 160 miles north of Sacramento, and Sacramento is our state capital. Redding is located on I-5. I-5 is a major highway that running from Mexico all the way to Canada. So Redding is located right there. It's very convenient. If you have a car, you can drive from Redding all the way to Canada or drive all the way to Los Angeles. Redding also has a small airport which have daily flight to San Francisco and to LA and to Seattle. The area is a very safe place. It's a very beautiful place. The area is known for its natural beauty. So Mountain Shasta, Shasta Lake, and also the Larsen Volcanic National Parks all nearby. It's a very, very beautiful place, very safe. Next, please. So Shasta College, as I mentioned, is a comprehensive 2-year college accredited by the Western Association for School and College. So this is the same accreditation agency. They accredit University of California, California State University. So their undergraduate programs are all accredited by this organization. The Shasta College is an important part of the California higher education system. As you may know, in California, there are 3 segments of the higher education system. They are the University of California, we have 9 campuses, and the California State University, we have 23 campuses, and the California Community College system, we have 115 campuses. So it's a very, very large system. So Shasta College is one of the community college. It's an important part of the California higher education system. The college was founded in 1950, so it's about 72 years of history. Offer 124 transfer degree and the certificate program. And we have about 12,000 students. So it's a typical American community college. We are located on a 337-acre campus, which is pretty large campus. So for comparison, Harvard University, the main campus, is about 229 acres. So as you can see, our campus is pretty big. Next, please. The advantage of attending Shasta College is just like attending some other community college. This advantage, some of these apply to all community college. So we have strong academic program, including the 2+2 with UC, CSU. UC is the University of California. CSU is California State University, and other universities. So each year, our graduate transfer to over 100 universities across the United States. Of course, the main ones are the UCs and the CSUs. The low tuition fee, our tuition and fee is very low in comparison to the foreign institutions. Also, low cost of living in comparison to San Francisco Bay Area and Los Angeles, right? So the Redding area, the cost of living is very low. For example, for a one-bedroom apartment in San Francisco area is probably like $3,000. Over here, if you live on campus with another student share a room, it's only $450 a month. So you can see that's quite a bit cost of living saving as well. You can live in the dorm. That's one of the things. Not many community colleges have dorm. So, for example, out of the 115 community colleges in California, only 11 have dorm on campus. And Shasta College is one of the 11 community colleges in California that actually have a dorm on campus. You can live in the dorm just like a four-year institution. The area is very, as I mentioned, is very safe. We provide a safe, secure environment in a small American city with a superb campus safety department. So it's a very safe place. Next, please. Some other advantage, as I mentioned, these are applicable to all the community college. It's small class size and easy access to professor. We have outstanding support, free tutoring in English, ESL, math, business, science, and many other areas. So many California community colleges provide free support for students. Nature lovers dream. So Shasta College, as I mentioned, is located in a very, very beautiful area. Mountain Shasta, Shasta Lake, Sacramento River, Brownie Fall, Larson Volcanic National Park, and a lot of trails. They are all nearby. So if you like outdoors, and this is a dream place. Let's talk about the 2+2 transfer program. Right, the 2+2 is your objective is to earn a bachelor degree. Right, so you take the first 2 years of lower division classes at Shasta College, community college like Shasta College, right? And then you take your last 2 years at a four-year institution. So that's why it's called 2+2. So your objective is to get a bachelor degree. So in the United States, to get a bachelor degree, usually take 4 years. So you spend the first 2 years at community college, like Shasta College, and then the last 2 years at four-year institution, like University of California, Davis, or Berkeley. So here shows some of the institutions that our student transfer to, our graduate transfer to. You can see there that the University of California, Los Angeles, UC Davis, San Diego, and also like California State University, Chico, right? And we also have Simpson University. Simpson University is a liberal arts college that about 2 miles from our campus. So but it's a very small university. It's only have probably 600 or 700 students. But our college, as I mentioned, have about 12,000. Next, please. Now in California, for all the California community college, we have two major guaranteed transfer program called ADT. ADT stands for Associate Degree for Transfer. So if you get a degree like this, you'll be guaranteed to transfer to one of the California State University campuses. And you can see on this slide, there's a California map. We show the location of all the 23 California State University campuses. So if you receive an associate degree for transfer from one of the California community college, you'll be guaranteed to transfer to California State University. So you only need to take another 2 years to finish your bachelor degree. Next, please. The other major guaranteed transfer program called TAG, which is the transfer admission guarantee called TAG, is with the 6 University of California campuses. So as you may know, there are 9 University of California undergraduate campuses, and the California Community College system has guaranteed transfer with 6 of them. These are UC Davis, UC Irvine, UC Merced, UC Riverside, Santa Cruz, and Santa Barbara. So if you meet the academic requirement, you'll be guaranteed to transfer to these 6 University of California campuses. The other 3, they are UC Berkeley, UCLA, and UC San Diego. The California Community College system, we do not have guaranteed transfer with these 3 campuses, but you can still transfer there if you do well academically, right? So each year, I think about 30, 40 of our students, they transfer to UC Berkeley, UCLA, and UC San Diego. So we have a guaranteed transfer to the 6 campuses, but the other 3 campuses, we do not have a guarantee, but you can still transfer there if you do well. Next, please. The admission criteria, these are all similar in California and in the United States. If you are a high school graduate or equivalent, right? Or in some case, if you did not graduate from high school, if you are 18 years or older, you can still be admitted. But in that case, you probably have to take some remedial classes, like a basic skill, remedial English and math classes. The English requirement is for TOEFL at Shasta College. The internet is 61. The paper version, I don't think people are still doing the paper version 500, but mainly I think right now people take the internet-based, the TOEFL is 61. For IELTS, the score is 5, and for PTE academic, which is administered by Pearson, is the 44. We also accept some other the English proficiency test. We are also in the process of included Duolingo in our accepted test list. Now, as I mentioned previously, even if you do not meet the English requirement, you can still be admitted as a professional student. In that case, you have to take some ESL classes. That's it, English as a second language. So if you meet all that, you're a high school graduate, you meet the academic requirement, but you do not meet the English requirement, you can still be admitted provisionally. So in that case, you have to take English classes. Now, here is the estimated annual cost to attend Shasta College. So tuition fee is about 8,184, right? Book and supply is about 1,000. This is our estimate, right? Room and board is 9,960. Health and accident insurance is about 1,360. Again, this is the estimate. Personnel need is about 1,300. So the total estimated cost is about 21,804. So if you are admitted and you can show you have this financial resources, $21,804. So we should be able to issue you a I-20 so that you can get a visa. Now, in comparison for this number, if you were to going to apply to University of California, and this number is at least should be $65,000. As you can see, the huge difference. So that's what I mentioned. One of the major advantage of attending Shasta College and also the community college is the cost of the saving. You can save quite a bit of money. Next, please. Yeah, here is the cost saving. Sorry, this slide is a little bit older. I should have updated it. So as you can see, the tuition here for Shasta College is about $8,000. For the University of California, right now it's probably like $45,000. And if you attend private university, it's probably way over 55,000. So the cost of tuition fee, we are only like 1/5 of that University of California. Let's see, if you attend Shasta College for the first 2 years, then if you do you transfer to University of California for the first 2 years, you can save $70,000. Shasta College also offer scholarship. We have 3 types of financial aid. We have a Shasta College Foundation Scholarship for International Student, which is about $3,000 for an outstanding international student. The second type of scholarship that we offer is for current students who have completed 12 units of coursework at Shasta College. So let's say if you come over here to Shasta College, you attend the classes for the first semester. If you do well, you can apply for the other scholarships. These are about 70 of these scholarships, then range from $250 to about $2,500. And also another source of financial aid is work on campus. You can work, international students are allowed to work on campus for up to 20 hours per week. One of the things, advantage of attending California community college is actually the minimum wage in California is high. The minimum wage is $15. So that means if you work for a week for 20 hours, that's about $300. That means you can earn more than $1,200 a month, which is quite a bit to support your study. Next, please. Now here I just show you some pictures about our students. They have a good time on campus. You can see there's a campus events, the graduation, student fairs, cultural activities, and then the student. We have secondary school student. They come here, or elementary student that visit the campus, or student have a good time together. Next, please. We have sport, arts, music activities. You can see the American football. There we have theater, orchestra, dance, and also arts exhibition. Next, please. And that's a lot of fun things, as I mentioned, and there's a lot of outdoors. That the waterfall, that's the Barney MacArthur Fall. It's a very well-known waterfall in Northern California. There's Sacramento River, and students have a good time on Sacramento River. Then the lake, Shasta Lake, which is a large lake in Northern California, which provide the most of the water for the California Central Valley, the agricultural area. and you can do camping, the lot of trails. Yeah, it's a lot of fun things. Community events, right? The rodeo, the farm market, and then there's a picture of the Sundial Bridge, which is a landmark over the Sacramento River in Redding. Next, please. Here's another picture of Sundial Bridge over Sacramento River. Next, please. Here's the Mountain Shasta. This is probably close to summertime. The rest of the year is covered with snow. So here are some of the contact information at the Cindy Silva, who is our international student admission specialist. If you submit your admission, your application for admission, and she's the person that will help you. And she's right now, Ryan Lawfrey, he's our global education coordinator, and Ryan actually just recently left us. We are in the process of hiring another global education coordinator. And then, of course, my name is Zhanjing. I'm here to help you. That's my email contact information. I'll be happy to, if you have any questions about Shasta College or about any question to study in California, I'll be happy, or in the United States in general, I'll be happy to answer your questions. As I mentioned, I have been the higher education system in the United States for about 26 years. So I'll be happy to answer your questions. So I think that's my presentation. We'll be happy to answer your questions. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Don. It was really wonderful. The nature looks amazing in near your college, and I think it's a really good place for studying. I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind. So the first, I would like to ask you about financial aid. So you mentioned that you provide students with some scholarships, and they also can work sometime at campus. What is like the amount of this scholarship, and how much it can cover? For example, like, do you have full funding, or like just like some percentage of the studying, or what else?
Mm-hmm. Yes, as I mentioned, we Shasta College Foundation offer a $3,000 scholarship for an outstanding international student. The requirement is you have to be admitted to Shasta College. Your high school GPA is 3.5 minimum. Student have to write an essay about why you want to attend Shasta College and how Shasta College can help you to succeed in your education. And also you student need 2 recommendation letters. So to apply for that Shasta College Foundation scholarship, and student need a GPA 3.5, 2 recommendation letters, and an essay, right? So our tuition is about $8,000. So that's cover more than a third of the tuition, right? So that if you get that scholarship. The other type of scholarships, these are sponsored by private parties. Some are donated by individual companies. We have about 70 of those, but some of the small, like $250, but others, they're like $2,500, right? Which cover probably like a third of the tuition. Yeah. But those are for the student who have been in our college. After they come over here for a semester, you take 12 units, and if you do well, you maintain GPA of 2.0 or of 4, then you can apply for this scholarship. And then I think students should not ignore the work part of it. The work part probably will cover you can find a job on campus, which that's why it's also important to choose which campus. You want to choose a campus that are doing well financially, right? So that's why Shasta College, we're really well financially. We have a lot of financial resources, so students can apply for a job on campus. You can find a job on campus, right? That's a major part, because in California, the minimum, as I mentioned, the minimum wage is $15, which I think is one of the highest in the United States, right? when you find a job, you have to get paid the minimum wage is $15 an hour. And then the international student is allowed to work half-time, which is maximum 20 hours. That means you can earn $200 a week. What's that mean? You can, that's translated to about at least $1,200 a month, right? And then you multiply to that, it's like $14,000 a year, so which is a lot of money. So I think students should not ignore that. And for example, some of our students come here, international students, they work in our tutoring center, right? They help other students, and they also help the professors in their classroom, and they get paid.
Thank you so much. We have a question from you too. What does term interim dean mean?
Interim. Interim mean your temporary dean. Yeah. I'm sorry that I should update that slide a little bit too, because interim, I have the interim dean, but now I'm a Dean Emeritus, meaning I have stepped down from the position, but I still retain that it's a retired dean. Okay, so that's mean, yeah, interim dean mean your interim mean temporary, right?
Thank you so much. So one more question about tests. You have mentioned quite a lot of different admission tests that students must complete and pass if they would like to apply to Shasta College. Right now in Ukraine, we have really difficult situation because of the war, and our students need to go abroad if they need just like to pass even TOEFL. Yeah. So do you have maybe any opportunities for such students who are not able to pass any tests, maybe like admit them via interview or something like that?
So yeah, our policy does allow us to admit students who do not meet the English requirement, but technically the student can be admitted, even they do not meet the English proficiency requirement. But we can definitely talk to our admission, make exceptions, make an exception for the Ukraine student right now, because the situation there. But now in that case, if they don't submit the English proficiency requirement, they probably have to take some ESL classes when they come over here. So yeah, that's something definitely we can talk to our admission about it, because the situation in Ukraine right now, students have difficulty to find a place to take the test, right? Now, I think there's some online, can students still take online test there, or they?
Actually, there is an option of Duolingo, but as far as you know, we have problems with electricity, and it doesn't guarantee that if you even pay for this test and you are going to pass it. Yeah, so it might be you might run out of electricity and that's it, and you need to retake it one more time. So like the problem is one more problem actually. The one problem was to go abroad if you would like to pass TOEFL or GRE or like SAT or something else. If you have a possibility to pass Duolingo online, so the electricity is the second problem like this.
Well, okay. Definitely. I mean, if some students are interested in going to come to Shasta College, I can definitely talk to our admission, to talk to Cindy to see whether we can accommodate that, because we allow students who do not meet the English proficiency requirement be admitted, right? Now, the first thing is, I guess, student, even you don't have the test, you probably have some English proficiency, right? You probably have already taken some classes in high school or your secondary school, some English class, you can speak English, some. And case, definitely, if some students are interested in come to Shasta College, we can look at that on an individual basis, because right now the situation in Ukraine now.
Does it mean that it's like a good idea to contact with you or with other representatives and explain the situation which student might have? and ask for any support or help.
Yeah. You student can contact me. Oh, yeah. Contact us. They can contact me. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So the
I'm
last
amazed.
question for I will show maybe the context one more time, and I have the last question. Here you can see the context, so you can save them. And if you have any questions, just write to John, or you can contact EducationUSA Ukraine, and we will be glad to help you with any questions you have. And the last question I have for you, John, could you please describe the ideal student for your college?
That's a tough question. Yeah. Well, a good student is a self. I mean, they take the initiative, right? They trying to come here to find a resource. There's a lot of resource on campus that can support them. I think a good student coming here, they should be proactive. They're getting involved in the community, right? And of course, for students first, they have to do academically. They have to do well, right? I mean, if they have issues, then let's say they are taking a math classes or calculus classes. If they have issues, they can go to the tutor center. They can go there proactively to find help. Yeah, I think the self-initiator and proactive, these are very, very important.
Thank you so much. So, dear viewers, if you have any questions, you can contact EducationUSA Ukraine one more time. We will be glad to conduct another meeting with John if there is such an opportunity, of course. It was a very wonderful presentation, and thank you, John, for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Asana, for the opportunity to talk to students. Thank you all the audience for attending to this webinar. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. You have my email, zyu@shastacollege.edu.
Thank you for watching us today, and see you during our next events. Have a good evening. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye now, Asana.